much for joining us again.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So, Quinn, it's been a big few weeks. Can you sort of run us through what's happened?
Yeah, totally. So today, just a couple hours ago, President Biden dropped out of the race, which is huge.
President Biden has announced he will stand down.
He is dropping out, withdrawing from the U.S. presidential election.
Yeah, I was just playing a game with a friend just for relaxing because it's a Sunday. And I just checked my phone and I got an Instagram notification from someone. And it just told me that Biden dropped down. I was like, what? Because nobody expected that. So I looked into it a lot and, I was on Twitter for a while.
Yeah. How did we get here?
How did we get here? I think Biden dropping out came from his horrible debate performance. It was probably the worst performance you could give.
We have to do with, look, if...
And the thing about a really bad presidential debate performance is it's really hard to counter because a majority of Americans are tuned in to that. Probably that's where you get the widest audience, and that's the impression he gave on American voters that night. And that's an impression that's very hard to counter.
Concerns appear to be growing about President Biden's age and mental acuity.
Experts have already said that his age could be a campaign issue.
You said that Biden's going to be replaced. Do we know much about his replacement?
Oh yeah, it's almost certainly going to be Vice President Kamala Harris. In 2020, Biden picked her as vice president, first woman in the vice presidency position, which was a great milestone for America.
The most existential, consequential, and important election of our lifetime.
She'll be nominated in a month or so.
And of course, on the other side, Donald Trump. What's been going on there?
Where do I start? There's so much going on. So. Obviously, on Saturday, July 13th, our former President Trump was almost assassinated in Pennsylvania. One bullet hit his ear, and others went into the crowd. Two were critically injured, and one other died. When Trump got shot, he got up and pumped his fists and yelled, "Fight, fight, fight." And I think I was on Twitter and CNN for the next 5 hours probably. And a lot of America was too.
They shot Trump. He's down.
This is one of the worst historical moments in America.
I'm getting goosebumps right now when I think about this, like for real.
I think the last time something like this happened was when Reagan was shot. We've had a small number of presidents get shot and killed. I think JFK was the last president to be assassinated, and that was in the 60s. So we haven't experienced anything like this for a long time. And for many generations like myself, it's this first time of seeing a president of the United States come within, it was literally half an inch of being killed. A lot of Republicans are calling this sort of a miracle of God right now.
I had God on my side. I felt that.
In your opinion, why is this particular election so important?
A lot's on the line. Both candidates have very, different plans for the country. And just the messaging that has been thrown around this election is like no other.
The defeated former president has made no secret of his attack on our democracy.
The election result, we're never going to let that happen again. They used COVID to cheat.
It's definitely scary, and it's definitely an interesting time to be a Gen Zer in America.
What would your advice be to maybe other young Americans and just other young people more broadly?
I would just say to make the effort to be involved, make the effort to reach out to people too. Democracy depends on compromise, and that just means talking to your neighbor who, might think differently than you on some crucial issues. Talk to everybody you can.
So have more conversations like these?
I think it's so fundamentally important.